Hi, everybody. It's time for our lunch break musings for Tuesday, August 19th. I didn't have a specific question today, so I decided, well, let's just do a general energetic reading and see what we get. It looks more like it's a card for all of us, not for the other side. So we're starting out, if I can get these picked up without dropping them, with the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess, that's sacred feminine divinity. That's nurturing. That's allowing your intuition to kind of guide you and lead you. It's listening to the subconscious mind and knowing that when you hear that still small voice, that's spirit talking. It's also a form of purity, a form of high morals or high morality. Well, we know that's not the other side. From there, the next card up is the Six of Cups. Now, Six of Cups, we're talking about happy memories, reminiscing about childhood memories. I think a lot of us are kind of holding on to that with a really tight grip of nostalgic memories of the way things used to be, things that seem to be not just slipping away, but forcibly taken away. And a lot of people are starting to wake up and say, wait a damn minute, this is not what we want, this is not what I voted for. There needs to be some accountability here. And from there, we went to the Eight of Cups. Now, Eight of Cups, that's disappointment, abandonment, walking away from things or leaving something behind. I think a lot of us are starting to get to that point where we're very disappointed in our leadership. Of course, we're disappointed with the Republican side because they have turned into, I don't know, something from the Black Lagoon or something. But there are a lot of Democrats that a lot of us are very disappointed in simply because they're not standing up for us. And that's what they're supposed to be doing, is standing up for us, protecting us. They're not doing that. So a lot of people are at the point where they're ready to just walk away and say, I'm done with you. But then the next up I got was the Four of Wands. Now, Four of Wands, that's, celebration, joy, harmony, community, homecoming. I think that's what most of us are waiting for, is that homecoming, that celebration of knowing that the person that's in that White House back there is somebody who is actually concerned about us and our well-being. That's how this card reads to me. From there, I drew the Queen of Cups. More emotion, a lot of emotions today. Queen of Cups. Okay, we're talking compassion, comfort, healing, being emotionally stable. The other side is so eager to create chaos in every waking moment that we find ourselves gravitating to those who provide that comfort, to those who make us feel stability for those who make us feel cared for. With the Queen of Cups, that could be someone personally in your life. It could be maybe a handful of Democratic leadership who appear to be trying to sit in that chair and let us know, yes, we care, yes, we want to do what's right, we're going to work with you. So those are going to be decisions that we are going to have to figure out on our own. It may be a little different for each of us, but in the end, we got to get to the point where we're kind of all on the same page, especially about who we're going to choose to lead us next. We need to be very careful, very thorough. We need to make sure that we know and understand the person running for whatever office you're voting for in your district, so that you can pick the best choice that is going to be there to take care of you. Now, the last card, and this one literally flew out of the deck when I was shuffling, and it came up reversed. And that's the Five of Pentacles. Now, with the reversal, we're looking at recovery from financial loss. Well, won't that be awesome? Feeling spiritual poverty, needing charity, seeking improvement. There's going to be a lot of us, I think, that are in all of those feelings, all of those moments of we're feeling financial loss, so we're looking towards leadership that's going to help us regain. We're feeling spiritual loss or spiritual poverty, and again, a lot of us are going to look to those in leadership to try to point us in the right direction. But what I'm really strongly feeling Spirit is saying about that is that's going to be up to you individually. You're the one that's going to have to decide how to fix your spirituality. Yeah, you can follow those that seem to be speaking your truth, but in the end, it's going to come down to you and what you feel and what you believe. Charity, that's another thing with the reversal on this, is charity. There are far too many of us that are going to be dependent upon charity in order to get through until we can get the current White House occupants out. And if we're in a position where we're actually doing a little better, maybe than our neighbor, then that's going to fall upon us to reach out and help them out, just as we would expect them to reach out and help us in our time of need. This is very, I think, consequential here for the last card of the deck of being responsible for one another. That's what I'm getting. Reaching out and helping one another, helping improve your friend, your family, your neighbor's life, especially if you're in a position where you're a little bit better off than they are. So altogether, when I look at it all together, it feels like what Spirit is trying to say is the light at the end of the tunnel is getting brighter, or we're getting closer to it, or maybe it's both. It's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow at 2 o'clock. But it's going to happen. And so it's going to be up to us to reach out, to help those around us, to not be so damn prideful that we don't ask for help for ourselves if we need it. It's time to swallow the pride. If you need help, say you need help, so that those around you can reach out and help you. And if you see a neighbor or a friend or a family member who is in need of help, you be the one to reach out and help them. The end is coming. The end of this debacle, the end of this unbelievable major F-up is coming. And they feel it, and they're starting to panic. The more they panic, the more chaotic they become. So it's going to be really important for us to recognize that and then do something about it. And that's going to be the opposite of chaos. That's going to be us reaching out to help one another, being a little more frugal to help ourselves, and to know that the light at the end of the tunnel is there. And every day it gets a little bit lighter and a little bit brighter. All right, guys. Y'all have a good day. We'll talk again tomorrow. Bye for now.